Sangat. Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Welcome back to In Living Campus with me, Shafa, your host for today. I hope all of you are doing fine and healthy. Alhamdulillah, we are now currently towards the end of semester, the most hectic time of the semester for all university students, especially IIUM students. Deadlines after deadline, endless presentation, quizzes, and many more. However, it is different for this semester due to the outbreak of COVID-19. We are practicing emergency remote teaching learning, ERTL, which means that everything is online. As a result of the current situation, some students are getting more stress of ERTL and there are some who feel more relaxed since they are at home. But have you ever wondered how our lecturers are doing? For today's episode, ILC present to you ERTL. How are you, doctor? Joining us for today, a very honorable guest. She is a lecturer from Communication Department. She is loved by many, not only for her amazing lecture, but also her friendly character. Please welcome Dr. Nur Shakira. How are you, doctor?
Hi, hello, Assalamualaikum, Shafa, and everyone who watched this live session.
Thank you for joining us today. Despite your busy schedule, we are honored to have you and truly appreciate your time for today's show. Without wasting any more time, doctor, shall we start?
Yeah, please proceed, Shafa.
Okay, let us begin with the first question. How is ERTL going for you as a lecturer?
Okay, of course, okay. As lecturer, moving course which been designed for face-to-face delivery to full online remote teaching and learning is it's not easy, I would say. But some aspect of face-to-face teaching and learning is remain unchanged. Well, with that, I believe that all of us, the lecturer and students, is adjusting and adapting to the new ways, yeah, which students and their classmates have to interact online, and we have to take time to get used to these new norms, to be familiar with it, yeah. Shafa?
Okay, so I can tell that it's challenging from your side too. All this why, as students, we thought we are having it hard, but so does the lecturer. It is the process of coping with the new norm, right, doctor?
Yes, true.
The the beginning is always the hardest, but we will get through this together, inshallah. So, since ERTL is quite tough for both ends, what do you think you miss the most about face-to-face lecture?
Oh yeah, okay, good question, Shafa. Personally, okay, I really miss to have my physical class with my student, which of course, okay, in physical class, we, okay, as lecturer, be able to see our student facial expressions, their their non-verbal body language, where somehow it helps us as lecturer to gauge their understanding on the topic that we discuss. Other than that, okay, I also miss to see how my student concentrate on on my lectures, taking notes, asking questions, and sometimes, okay, challenge their classmate ideas or views on certain issues, which sometimes make the class environment a bit hot. Yeah. And other than that, I think what I miss a lot, okay, in these situations is my students sharing session, okay, their experience, which we usually do in class, and I miss their laughter, okay, because I believe the sharing sessions that we have sometimes have benefits to both. That is several things that I miss about not having physical class.
I miss going to physical class too. Just like what you said, I'm sure many of students miss to hear the lecture face to face. It's totally different when you hear the lecture virtually compared to the physical classroom, right? So I miss seeing my lecture face to face, eye to eye. So yeah. So of
Yeah.
course, everything has its own pros and cons. There are always two sides of coin. In your
Yeah.
opinion, what do you like the most about ERTL?
Okay, Shafa, I do agree that of course ERTL have the pros and cons, but as a lecturer, what I see here, okay, ERTL, I do see students become more independent somehow and become more responsible towards their learning. Actually, why I say so? Okay, despite their I know students also have their own challenges. Okay, back at home, but you can see they are eager to learn. Okay, they are responsible with their studies, and we can see this, for example, okay, when they have group assignment deadline and whatnot, despite uh, you are like one in Kedah and another one in Johor, but they are able, okay, to work together, okay, try to meet, okay, the deadline. So I think this is somehow you can see that student also serious in their learning process, I would say.
Wow, that is amazing, Doctor. I do agree on that. ERTL is a new experience for both the lecturer and student. However, I'm very sure the lecturer do have to learn more of choosing the terms and the best platform and method to conduct the virtual classes. Okay, so we have to wait for Madam to enter the live session again. So yeah, so okay, so guys, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing fine. So okay, welcome back, Miss.
Okay, sorry, the line got interrupted just now.
It's okay, it's understandable. Okay, I think I do agree on that. What you said earlier, RTL is definitely a new experience for both a lecturer and student. However, I am very sure the lecturer do have to learn more in terms of choosing the best platform and method to conduct the virtual classes. There are many lecturers becoming YouTuber now, since YouTube is used to upload the recorded lectures and whatnot. Do you mind to share with our audience tonight what change you made in yourself to adapt with the current ERTL? What did you learn most from this new norm?
Yeah. Okay. Before this, we can see a lot of students become vlogger, YouTuber. Now, I think you can see a lot of lecturers also move towards these directions in order to get ourselves equipped and prepare our lectures. Yeah. Okay. One thing that I learned, okay, throughout this ERTL process, okay, or learning, okay, we need to be IT savvy, I would say, in order for us to cope with the situation and prepare our lectures, okay, in order for students to have educations equal equal education, I would say. But on top of that, okay, I also think, or I also feel that one thing that RTL changed me in terms of I need or I have to be more empathy towards my students, towards this situation, because I know that everybody is facing some difficulties or challenges, and I try my best to put myself in their shoes, yeah, so that no one will left behind, okay, in this sense. Yeah, I do feel that.
That is very great of you. Can you please share with us maybe the platform you use for online teaching? Do you use pre-recorded session or you
Okay,
do a live streaming video?
okay, for ERTL, as you know, we are being encouraged to use both synchronized as well as a synchronized platform. So in my class, for example, okay, I use both method, okay, flip, okay. Sometimes, okay, we go online full synchronized, whereby I give lectures. The class go on as usual, but sometimes, okay, I will give them some handout, okay, in advance, so that they will read it, okay, before class, and then when we go online, okay, live sessions, okay, we will have fruitful discussions. Okay, that is one method. Okay, about recording, okay, sometimes, okay, not sometimes, okay, what we did, okay, usually there are some people, okay, in my class that I assign to record the session. Okay, and at the
Mm.
end of the class, okay, we will share the recording session with the rest, because at least they have something, okay, to refer to.
Also, for the synchronized method, you will record the session and later you will give it in the group WhatsApp and whatnot, is it?
For a synchronized is where
It's,
you go online.
ah,
A synchronized,
yeah.
whereby you record, okay, your lectures, and then you forward it, okay, to your students, yeah, via WhatsApp group usually.
Okay, which one you are more comfortable with, Miss? If you have the choice.
Okay, of course. I prefer synchronized more compared to asynchronized, because even though synchronized, you don't have, or you don't have the chance to have the physical face-to-face interactions like in class, but at least synchronized, you can see your students, okay, even though maybe not all, okay, some of them, okay, what I noticed during the synchronization, students love to hide their
The
face.
camera.
Okay, they just,
Yeah.
yeah, switch off their camera. I don't know why they suddenly become shy or whatnot. So unless, okay, if they want to speak, usually I will ask them to switch on your camera so that I can see you.
I see. I think they just feel uncomfortable. You know, you feel like people are always watching you. Meanwhile, in class, you don't have to worry because you are beside your friends and whatnot. So I think that's the reason why we switch off the camera. Like we feel more comfortable that way.
Oh,
So
okay, me.
okay, okay, for the next question, do you mind sharing with us tips to stay productive while staying at home, like while doing our assignments and whatnot? How do we want to stay productive? Do you have any tips that you apply during ERTL?
Um, sorry, Shafa, your line is not that clear. Again, how to
Do you
become
mind?
productive? Uh
Yeah, how
huh.
do you mind sharing with us tips to stay productive while staying at home? You know, it's difficult to stay productive at home because you have such noise. You know, such disturbance. You know. So, do you mind to
Yes.
share with us the tips?
Okay. Yeah, I do understand. Okay, the challenge is very. The challenge is there. Okay, not only you students. Okay, we as lecturer
Mm-mm.
also, when we stay at home. Okay, we have to cook, for example. We have to do chores, yeah, right? And but how to become productive? Yeah, I think you need to prioritize. Okay, you must have, like me, for example. I have a list, okay, things to do, okay. So and this list, okay, based on certain date, okay, which date come first, then I think that work should be um prioritized first.
Prioritize. Sure.
Yeah, because I know it's very hard, but we just have to keep the ball rolling, and you just have to be very disciplined in this sense, yeah, because the
Sure.
temptation of you will neglect your work is high, I would say.
Yeah, very much. Like I
Yeah,
think
I
I
do
need to list
understand it.
everything down, so then only I know that, oh, I have lot works to do, or else I will just like, oh, it's okay, there are still a lot of time, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I think youngsters like you guys nowadays, when ERTL, lots of youngsters is a K-pop fans and whatnot. Instead of doing your work, maybe you are watching any Korean movies and whatnot,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, so
So yeah,
relatable.
that is something that you have. I think you need a self control for it.
True. I think after all, it's all about self-control, self-discipline. You have to do it by yourself because you are at home. In Mahala, you
Yes.
have your friends to remind you. In class, you have your lecturer. By the home, your mom will just be like, it's okay, it's okay. You know, mom is different. They don't like to burden us, right? Okay, so Miss,
Mm.
someone asked in the live comment, in your opinion, is online class make you disturbed whenever there is a student consult or asking you question via personal WhatsApp? Anytime, like,
Again, okay.
okay, someone
Can
asked,
can you repeat the?
okay, Miss, let's wait for Miss to come back. Guys, so you guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Don't procrastinate like me. I regret it very much. So yeah, let's wait for Miss to come. Okay, I'm very nervous. Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
Shafa.
Miss.
Questions?
Okay. Okay. Okay, someone asked in the live comment. Do
Okay.
you find it do you think that it's disturbance when penny students consult you via WhatsApp sometimes on midnight? Do you find it annoying or what? They
Oh,
ask that.
okay. Personally, okay, I used not to share my personal number with my students, okay, because everything,
Hmm.
okay, I will ask them to email me. But because of this ERTL, okay, we don't want communication breakdown in between, okay, so we tend to share, okay, our personal number. And yes, I do agree. Sometimes, okay, students just WhatsApp no matter what time, 10 o'clock, sometimes 11 o'clock. And in some situation, okay, when they are not in Malaysia, they forget to, um,
Look at Malaysian time.
yeah, okay, they text me during their time, okay, at their home country, okay. And
3
in
a.m. Is
Malaysia,
it
maybe
3
2
a.m.?
or 3 o'clock in the evening. Yes.
Yeah, I can
So
totally relate this because I have group mates from other country too. So yeah, that is so relatable. So Miss, what do you think? 2, 3 a.m.
so I think for students, okay, let's say you have to know certain, I would say, adab, okay, etiquettes lah, ethics, okay. If you want to WhatsApp your lecturers, okay, please WhatsApp during appropriate time. Okay, for example, maybe during the office hour, okay, not too late, okay. If and I know that sometimes students expect when they give or when they message their lecturers, they want immediate response. But I think it also depends on what
The lecture
time.
itself.
Okay, what is the time when you text your lecturer? Okay, if you text at 11 or you text at 10, okay, maybe okay that time your lecturer is doing some of the works. Okay, it's a family time or me time. So
Family time.
this thing,
True.
yeah, you have to consider. All right,
So
I
what
think
can be said here? What can I conclude is be understanding towards your lecturer. After all, your lecturer is still human being,
yeah.
right? They still need some me time or whatever. So yeah, be more empathic, guys. So don't ask. Make sure to see the time first. See, okay, another question from the live comment. Which one is more hectic, physical class or online class?
Wow. Okay. I okay. Personally, okay. I think because we are not used to, okay, we are not used to these new norms, okay, going online teaching and whatnot. So I think there's a lot. more, okay, preparations need to be done via online teaching compared to physical teaching, okay, because okay, we as lecturers sometimes, okay, always like me personally, I always have this thing behind my mind, okay, is this enough, okay, is this materials that I share with my students online, okay, the way that I teach my students online, do they get it? Because as I told you, okay, we lack of certain cues, okay, it's very hard to get the student sense of expression. So all this, okay, when we adding up, okay, I think it's become more, the worriness, okay, is make things a bit hard compared to the normal physical class.
True, best believe it's time consuming. Like you cannot directly ask the question. If you don't understand, you have to politely ask, Miss, are you free? You know, when at physical you can just consult lecturer after the class time and whatnot. So I think online class is more tiring because there are no time limit. You, you have to like do works anytime, right? Can you relate to that,
Yeah,
Miss?
I think online class you have to be like online 24/7 with your
True.
student, like I said, because students is not in Malaysia, okay, then you have to know how to handle.
Handle it. Sure. Okay, last question from the live comment. Lepas ni kita tutup. Okay, Miss, how do you ensure that your student fully understand your lecture? Do you give out class activities?
How do I ensure that my student understand my lecture?
Yes.
Okay, I think
Mi-
okay. I repeat myself. Yeah. How do I ensure that my students get my lecture right? Understand my lecture. Okay. Usually, okay, I will always ask them, okay, or test them, okay, during the online session and whatnot,
okay.
about what we have learned. Okay, either in
Hmm.
the previous class or after I finish certain topics, okay, maybe sometimes I ask them, okay, to wrap up, okay, or to pinpoint back, okay, what the lesson learned, okay, from that subjects, for example, or maybe I give them certain situations, okay, and apply it in order for me to gauge either they understand or not what I've been lecturing. So that is one of the ways that I do.
True. I think after all, it's all depends. I think I'm to make how I think this question is very subjective because you cannot make people understand unless they want to understand it, right? So
Yeah,
right, it's all depends on them. So you just give them the learning, you just teach them, but it's all depends on them to, whether they understand or not. So this question from live comment to last miss last, okay, what your opinion on online exam and test? Do you think it's more effective?
what is my opinion on?
Online exam and test, do you think it's more effective?
Okay, online exam. Okay, basically, the purpose of we having exam, we want to test student understanding about the subject, okay, either they understand or either they can apply, okay, whatever concept that they learn. So the questions of, is it applicable, again the question just now?
What is your opinion on online exam and test? Do you think it's effective?
um Except if, as I told you just now, okay, if we want to measure, okay, our students understanding, okay, about the subjects, okay, about the things that they learn, effective or not, okay, we have to do it in order to measure their understanding.
I see.
So examination is somehow a tool, okay, to measure the effectiveness of the learning.
So all in all, is that's whether it's good, it's effective or not is the only measurement whether you can measure the student understanding, right? So that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
only tool available for now.
Okay. Examinations. Okay. The assignments that we give you is also one of the can be the measurement tools also, right? But uh, examination is not the 100% measurement. I would say that's why okay in class we have some other assessment. Yeah,
You mean graded assignment or ungraded assessment? Yes.
graded or ungraded to gauge student understanding or what is your question about graded or ungraded, Shafa?
That you said earlier that you give assessment for them to measure their understanding. So is it graded or ungraded?
Okay. Sometimes okay, it can be graded and it also can be ungraded. Depends on the lecturer how or what assessment that he or she chose.
Okay. So Miss, it's time for the juicy and most controversial question.
Okay, what is that?
Okay, okay, so doctor, there is this one tweet that went viral on Twitter saying, my lecturer think I'm so free because I am at home. So they make me do more assignments. What is the reason for some lecturer in giving ungraded assessment or class activity during ERTL? Perhaps you can rationalize the students while lecturer do this, all the class
Oh,
activities, ungraded assessment and all that stuff.
okay. As you mentioned, okay, is an extra work, extra exercise, okay. All right. Giving student extra work, extra exercise actually is is the opportunity actually for the student to reinforce okay the knowledge that they gain in class. Okay, I think okay when the lecturers give you some extra work, okay, we hope the extra work that we give it allows students to work on things which not directly covered in class, for example. Yeah, so this extra work, okay, we hope we can expand the breadth and depth of the learning. Okay, and thus I think the exercise is part of preparing students for your final exam too. We don't know, okay,
Mm-mm.
is the final exam might be more challenging compared to the class exercise that the lecturers give to you, for
Sure.
example. So the most important thing here, okay, either it's graded or ungraded, okay, I believe it's for your benefit, okay. If you think that you are overwhelmed, okay, it's a class exercise, is it is compulsory for you to do? If you think that you are okay of not doing it, you are fine. So at the end of the day, it's up to you. But I'm sure who did that, okay, who do the exercise, they learn something, okay, and of course, okay, it will bring advantages and benefits to that particular students.
Sure.
Mm.
Personally, I think it's based on how we view it. If we find it difficult, then it's going to be difficult. So your explanation really opened my eye as a student. Our lecturer are doing their best for our good, guys. Hence, as a student, we should try our best too in studies. Finally, before we end our show today, Dr. Shakira, any final words from you, advice, especially to the students and lecturer in coping with ERTL?
Okay, I know that we are in crisis right now. Everybody is struggling. Okay, the student is struggling. The lecturer is also struggling. Okay, to adapt to all these new norms. But I think for students, okay, you need to be persevere, okay, just carry on. Things will be back to normal, inshallah. But in this situation, okay, we have to cope with it, okay. If okay, you can't run, okay, you just walk slowly and surely, okay, you will reach your destinations. Yeah. For lecture, okay, I think yes, sometimes we also might have a lot of work to do. We feel overwhelmed, but things will be back to normal. So it just we really have to cope and handle it well.
True. I think. Miss, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Slow progress is still a progress, right? So just stay strong, stay positive,
Yeah.
right? That's all the students can do and lecture too. Okay, I think that's all the time we have for today. We will love to discuss more, but sadly, we have come to the end of today's show. I hope the audience learned a lot from today's meaningful session with our beloved lecturer, Dr. Shakira. Thank you once again, Doctor, for coming to our studio. Eh, sorry. No.
All
This is
right.
not a
Sure.
studio. Thank you for joining us virtually in today's show.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your the invitation. Say good night.
Indeed, we are very lucky to have you. Thank you very much, Doctor.
All right. Bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Don't forget to follow IIUM TV on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and listen to us on Spotify. Till next time, bye, everyone. Assalamualaikum.